The events in this video took place April 2020. This is the third part of our attempt to escape the Bahamas by boat during the pandemic. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, that is where you should start.
Okay.
Hi everyone.
So,
another update.
Last time we left off, we were going to a marina for fuel so that we can leave the Bahamas, get sheltered home, and that's where it is. So, we went to the marina, which was Highborn, and we arrived
that evening.
We arrived that evening.
We went 5 or 6 hours cruise just to get fuel that day so we could leave early the next day and go on.
Yep.
They told us, yes, we're open and we'll give you fuel. Yep. We got there and we called in.
She said, no, we're not, we're on a lockdown. I'm like, okay, you told me there's fuel even though there's a lockdown in the morning.
We specifically asked.
We specifically asked that. And she said, and 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're not serving fuel now, but 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll give you some. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. We'll just wait to 8 a.m.
Yeah, so we took an anchor.
Oh, the anchor, 8 a.m.
Yeah, we took anchor that night.
Yeah.
It was fine. 8 a.m. we were ready, hovering outside the marina, calling in, and they said, no, we're not giving you fuel.
They would not give us any fuel. And I was like, we're here because of you. We would have stayed at Staniel Key where they would have gave us fuel on Monday morning. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not giving fuel, I'm sorry. And I called her on the phone. I said, you told me Sunday morning that, you're open till 5 for fuel, no problem, I can come. And I'm like, she totally denied even, it wasn't me. And I'm like, okay, is there somebody else in the office that maybe could have said that and then maybe they're okay with giving it? She's like, no, don't know what you're talking about. So then, I'm like,
Yeah.
So I was super stressed. We were super stressed out on that because
strike number one, that is. I mean, that wasn't impressive at all. So.
Well, I think I'm in a panic
to get home. Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, we're in the Bahamas. No one's going to give us fuel.
Anyway, we started to head towards Nassau because we were going to go around the south end of Nassau to probably West Bay. Or Morgan's Bluff on the north side of Andros, if the tongue of the ocean wasn't too bad and we stuck our nose in. Because you could probably get fuel at Morgan's Bluff. But on the way, we called a few marinas around the south end of Nassau.
A
lot would not take us.
Fuel.
And then we called Palm Key, and they said, yep.
We're here for you. In good and bad times, we all got to stick together.
We got to stick together in bad times. And they said, you come in for fuel.
Yeah. I mean, I was like,
Cindy started crying.
Yeah, I'm like, so nice. Yeah. I was so good. Anyways, we went in there. We're like super stoked. We got the fuel. We're all topped up.
Everybody is so.
The Princess Royale got fueled up. We're topped up.
So then we're deciding, we're ready to go. We got enough fuel to get us wherever we want to go, across Florida and further.
Yeah.
So then I say to them, we're leaving now and going around the south end and around to the West Bay or Morgan's Bluff. Yep, that's what we're doing. So I headed out first slowly and got out the channel and turned.
So you're talking about Princess Royale, our friend, this Trevor.
Yes, our buddy boat, Trevor.
Yeah.
I think we said that last time.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got out around there, and then they slowly came out with, they got fuel, and then we were about a mile south, and they on the radio yelled out, what did he do?
Oh, he's like, Sheldon, run aground.
I hit the ground. I hit the bottom.
The ground really, really hard.
It's all over.
It's all over with now. It's all over. And
our hearts.
Oh, no. Because we're like on a mission. We're going to go even further that day. Like really want to jump across, right? And then we're like, anyways, we turned back and Palm Key Marina.
Called in Palm Key.
Oh, they were awesome. Yeah. And then there was the customs immigration boats there with their lights flashing. I didn't know they were there.
Oh, yes. Then they're
And they're
following
calling
us
me,
all in.
C-Shel, did you hit ground? I said, no, my buddy boat hit ground. And anyway, it seemed that he was able to maneuver on one engine. It appeared he didn't hit two, just one. And called in Palm Key, asked him if we could come in. And 'cause you're not allowed any inter-island movement like that, but they let us in.
Yeah, they let us in.
And I think what Princess Royale were doing, they were watching, because I think the customs immigration boats were out there flashing
like
lights.
following them, you thought.
And he was coming out of the channel, and I think he was distracted by the
cops. Or
by the
patrol.
authorities.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, "What are they doing?" Like, you know, and you're not paying. And if anybody, and if you know the channel and you know the area, there's coral heads dotted everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
So he was not paying attention because he was paying attention to that, and he hit a coral head.
And hard, like he
yeah,
smacked
it wasn't
hard.
a light smack.
No.
Anyway, we pulled into Palm Key, and we stayed there for a number of days.
Yeah, and that involved like divers coming to his boat. The wings were up anyways. There's no.
But the winds were up,
no
and we were on
opening.
lockdown, so technically we weren't allowed to move for 5 days anyway.
Yeah, it was an Easter lockdown, and you know, between all that, you know, I emailed the consulate to see if we could get an exemption from the lockdowns, because if we got to go between lockdowns and weather, we're never going to get home. It's impossible to be locked down and be open for like 3 days to move, and you're only not allowed to stop at the islands. You have to move straight in one one go.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. I emailed the consulate. He went
The
straight
Canadian
to
consulate, so he could go to the office of the Prime Minister to get approval for us because we have a health problem we're trying to get back to Canada to solve.
which he did, and he got as far as Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They started looking into it, and then they went dark. And so I'm like, you know what? It's over. They're not going to get back to us on that. So cannot ask them. What else happened? The divers, the Princess Royale ended up with one working engine.
Well, his engine, he might have a bent small, the prop is gone. The shaft might be bent, or maybe just the strut is a little bent. There was some weeping of water coming into the where the strut joins onto the hull inside. So some damage there, but he put another prop on and he can go at idle speed on that engine, and then he can go, that other engine is fine, he can go and goes normal speed, and would have the other one just turning. But we seen a window come up, and it's not the best windows,
No,
but for us, we need to push through.
because there is no more windows after this that we see.
So we said we're going this, and this, and they said they weren't going to do that.
They weren't
They
comfortable.
wanted to have, and I understand this with being mechanically down one engine and everything else. They were actually down a generator too, and an inverter. So you know they have a whole other set of problems. So
And they told us that, you know,
they told us before, if you need to go, you go on.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. So we felt like we had a window to go, and we asked them if they were going to go, and they said that they weren't. So to get away from having to go out because they were scared of going out to Palm Key on a low tide. So they went out Palm Key on a high tide and went around to Nassau Harbor to a different marina so that they could leave whenever they want and not have to wait for tides. So we stayed there that night, and the next day we left by ourselves Palm Key and went south Nassau, out around the tongue of the ocean, and straight to Chub Key.
Anchored there.
And it was a great cruise. We had coming out of Palm Key was a little rough,
Yeah.
but nothing too bad.
You spilled a cup of coffee
Spilled a
and
cup
broke
of
a
coffee
mug.
and smashed a mug, but that's
That
about
was
it.
about it.
Once we got in the tongue of the ocean, it was all following seas from there all the way to Chub, so it was a really nice cruise. That night we had a front come in, blowing northeast, east winds, about 15 to 20 knots. But the next day, we had a friend who was at Morgan's Bluff for a number of days, was heading out the tongue of the ocean and across. He texted us and said it was rough on the tongue of the ocean, but not unbearable when you turn into the following sea. So
we went.
we were going to wait till the next day, which was supposed to be a little calmer, but I don't know. We just felt like the need. We had a friend out there that kind of gave us a push,
Yeah.
and so we just left. And we had some following seas, probably about 5 feet,
That was a good cruise.
and we're onto the bank. We were surfing onto the bank about 16 nautical miles. And then when we got on the bank, we had following seas all the way across the Cat Key. Beautiful day. Once we got on the bank, it was great.
Yeah.
And then last night, Cat Key.
Technique.
And our window we were looking for was Sunday, which was supposed to be 2 feet or less in the Gulf Stream. But the weather sort of changed for today, which is Saturday. And instead of 2 to 4 footers, they were saying 2 to 3.
I don't know what we're in right now.
But we're definitely more now. I mean, we're getting some swells that are over 5, maybe
But it started off a lot less.
7.
Yeah.
But started off great. And we also had our buddy who is Power Cat.
Yes, you should follow them.
Yes.
They're on good
Facebook.
business.
Lovely people. Met them this year.
Yeah.
And they were already gone and told us what the conditions were out here. So we had the confidence to say, let's pull anchor. So that was 5:45 this morning.
Yeah.
And we've been out here now for a few hours. And we're sort of past the middle of the Gulf Stream. And we're expecting to be in Fort Lauderdale, or at least at the entrance to Port Everglades at 12:30 this afternoon. There's going to be some thunder showers, some squalls coming down.
Yeah, otherwise we would have went
Coast.
to West Palm.
Otherwise, we went to
But
West Palm.
it's not, we're not sure on the weather. So,
Sorry, battery went dead.
yeah.
What we wanted to say though was before we left Palm Key, the government of the Bahamas came out with a new set of protocols for pleasure boaters. Not very convenient.
Well, they want us to leave. You know, if foreign boats can leave, please leave. The food, you're not allowed on their land anymore. They say
Can't
they'll
leave your
deliver
boat.
groceries and that kind of thing, but I don't know. I mean, it's time to go. Anyways, I think.
Yeah.
And you also have to like email.
So you have to go straight out of the Bahamas. No anchoring.
No anchoring. No inner island. Yeah. Stop it.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you do have to, then you have to send your itinerary, your trip plan to a commander and a director, or call them and get it approved.
Right.
Now it seems that the first few people who did that
Got approved.
got
No problem.
approved and looked at. But I can imagine with all the boaters in the Bahamas that they got flooded
With
real
emails.
quickly.
Yeah, and so anyways, we sent ours in. We never
sent
heard
ours in.
from them.
We never did hear from them.
So if we had to wait to hear from them, we would
We'd still be in Palm
back
Key.
there. So
We left.
we had to go. I
We
mean,
just left and we did our itinerary as it was written down. We hope that's okay.
Yeah.
But if not, that's all we can do. I mean, we essentially broke the law.
No,
But-
we didn't.
I mean, we had to get out. I had to get out. I mean, it's silly not to allow people trying to leave the Bahamas to anchor safely and wait for weather missiles. It's just not sensible.
No, it was part of the safety something.
Yeah,
Get
some-
voters to home safety, but if you're not allowed to anchor when weather comes in,
Or leave when there is good weather, even in a lockdown,
yeah.
then that's not sensible.
Because I felt like we did stay for the lockdown for the Easter. We said, we'll stay put. We'll just, see if we can get this all organized. But we never heard back from anybody. I just don't know what we're left with to do. I mean, really do want to abide by rules, but
Not when.
unless we misunderstood it, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Either way, we're still going to be checking in with the Romac in Fort
To
Lauderdale.
Florida, where things are slightly more freer, it seems.
Well, I mean, they're just trying to protect
They're
the
trying to protect people. I understand totally why they're doing that,
Yeah.
but to not allow boaters to travel through the Bahamas on
And
a
go
quest
home.
to good home, to not allow them to drop their hook in a cove, in a bay,
Yeah.
and not leave their boat. They don't need to leave their boat
Yeah. COVID
just
does
to
not
get out.
apply. Yeah.
You know, even out during the lockdown, I understand there's no fuel during the lockdown,
Yeah.
but to not let people move from Anchorage to Anchorage during the lockdown to get home and to get out is not sensible, in my opinion. It's just not.
Unless they want to keep us there.
They don't sound, yeah, out of one side of their mouth, they're saying leave, out of the other side, saying don't move.
Either way, we love the Bahamas. And,
We do, I just don't like
if
those
we're
kind of
very-
rules.
Yeah,
Like-
and we were stressed out too. I mean, we're
Well,
talking
we
about
had-
medical emergency. I'm stressed with that. I'm stressed with trying to organize another life. I got to put the boat away. The insurance then said, oh, well, you know, you came out of the hospital. We're not covering you for anything now. If anything happened with him with a heart condition here or in the U.S., we're not covered.
No, so we gotta get home.
We got to get home, and then find an apartment, and it's that much paperwork to try to organize what we're doing. It's
So the story is not over. The story about us getting out of the Bahamas is almost.
yeah.
But we've got to get the boat pulled up out of the water, strapped down,
That
a
should
flight,
be good though.
a flight home to Canada.
Yeah.
We have to somehow get from an airport in Canada to our apartment.
Then we got
because
14 days quarantine.
That's not. I don't know how we're going to do that.
I Uber, I think.
Anyway. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to do, and that is give a big shout out to Palm Key Marina. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
We
They
have, I mean, we went in there, everybody was so open. I don't know. We're going back there, next time we're in the Bahamas, we're going back there and spending money, because those guys are great. Everybody, the whole staff there, they were so kind to us.
Yeah.
And then even when we were leaving, just the goodwill they gave us and the offer that they gave us if we had any problems
To come back and
to
Yeah.
you got a spot here, and I don't know, they were just so welcoming to us. And so that was the first time we've been to Palm Key Marina. We usually take like a marina in the harbor, but
they were a godsend to us, really.
They really were.
Yeah.
They were there in the nick of time for us
Yeah.
to get fuel, and then when we had the hit the bottom, they took us in. They were fantastic.
They were.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars. The place looks nice if it was open, but it was closed when we
would
were there.
love to try the food.
The restaurants and
pools
the whole area is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Some condos going up there. I priced condos, they're sort of at our price range. Anyway, that's it for this one. I think this one's gone on long enough.
Yeah.
We'll give you another update in Florida. See you.
See you guys.